What's good, what is good, my sizers? We're back again with another video, and today we will be exploring the Wynn Casino, which is a sister casino to the Encore. Now, before we get started, I would just like to mention that the Wynn and the Encore are both pet-friendly, and they have free parking, which is a huge thing here. But first, let's get started with the buffet. So the buffet is every single day, opens at 8 a.m. till 9 p.m., Brunch is 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., and they have a couple of different lines. So if you don't have a reservation, then you have to stand in this walk-ins only line, and it's an additional $45 per person on top of the cost of the buffet. Versus if you do have a reservation, then you just walk on in and then, they take care of you there. But behind those people in line of the buffet on the walk-in side, they had these windows and they showed the view of the walkway that leads you to the pool. And if you're wondering what the pool looks like, I will show you here in a second. But if you want a poolside view while you're eating, then there is this cafe just around the corner from the buffet, and it's called the Terrence Point Cafe, and this is the view of the pool. So as you're sitting having a nice meal, you can request a view of the pool as well. And they have indoor seating and outdoor seating as well. And then across from that is an apparel shop called the Drugstore, and it's actually not just any apparel shop, but it sells swimwear as well and like beach supplies. So that's really cool and convenient because the Wynn and the Encore both have separate pools along with beach nightclubs. So swim apparel is very necessary here. But if the buffet or the cafe do not spark your interest, have no fear, because they also have La Cave, which is a winery that is open for dinner time, or they have SW, Aft, or Lakeside available. And these are important because the Wynn offers a free show called Lake of Dreams that starts at 8:30 p.m. every single night, and you can get a lakeside view of that. It's really gorgeous. I give you a sneak peek here in a little bit. But if you don't want to make reservations for that and you just want to hang out at a bar, then I have a couple of options for you here. So I'm standing on like an observatory deck inside of the casino for this show. So underneath that is this bar lounge that also serves food, but you could just sit here and have drinks. Or where I'm standing here to show you this view of the Lake of Dreams show is a bar. It is right above the Lakeside restaurant, and you could access it from where I was standing to show you the overview of all three restaurants. It's just to the right of that. There are no signs for it or anything like that. It's just kind of down a hallway hidden in a corner. But again, Lake of Dreams is a free show, and even your kids, everyone can watch it. I was standing on the observatory deck for it that was inside of the casino, and it was actually a really nice view. This is where I was, and it's like their bars are indicated for one person to stand there each time, so it's actually really nice. But if the two previous bars that I mentioned don't really match your vibe or your mood, then don't worry, because I do have one additional bar that I can introduce you to that also has a view of the Lake of Dreams showing, or just of the waterfall in general, plus this amazing decorations that honestly kind of remind me of like the Bellagio. But this bar right here is right next to the observatory deck that I was standing at, and it's called the Overlook Lounge, and you could just sit here and have a nice time and have a view of the showing as well. Again, the show starts at 8:30 p.m. every single day. Even if the show isn't your thing or you're not interested in the show, even if you just want a nice change of scenery and just want to see some water and trees, like this is a nice view to have just in general, and it's really just gorgeous. I mean, the whole decoration out of Wynn is just phenomenal. There's also this other restaurant in the back of a different hallway closer to like registration, or there's this bar called Charlie's, but that's more closer to like the sports book. If you're looking for a different restaurant, however, this is next to the sports book and next to Charlie's. It's called Allegro. Allegro is closer more towards the Plaza shops or the Encore or the Encore's Theater, because they all kind of share the same hallway. Otherwise, here's a bar. They also have a cafe that had an express line, but if you're not into that and you want more of a laid back, they have a Tower Lounge which sells alcohol. Or across the way from that, they have Red 8, which was a noodle spot, and it smelled phenomenal. If you're looking for something else, they have Earth Cafe on top here, or I don't even know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to, but that is located, these two restaurants are located more towards the mall inside of the Plaza shops. So you go into the Plaza shops, walk down escalator, go down the hallway, take a right, and then they're right there next to the tulips. Okay, now that we have all the bars and the restaurants out of the way, now it's time to get to the good stuff, when you come to Vegas, you want the picture perfect opportunities. And honestly, the Wynn I would definitely recommend because they have such beautiful decorations, and we're going to go over it. So this section right here is next to the registration, and it honestly reminds me of like a mini Bellagio observatory garden, because this is made of flowers and then like the mechanical stuff, but this is purely, everything is made of flowers. Like, look at that. That is literally gorgeous. Totally reminds me of the Bellagio, just more like, it's definitely less than what the Bellagio has, but in terms of details, decoration, definitely like a higher ended Bellagio. If the carousel wasn't really your thing and you're looking for more of an archway, check out these trees. They have lights on them and pom-poms made of flowers. I mean, who wouldn't love that? But if that's also not your forte, then they also have this beautiful flower display of a hot air balloon. And I mean, come on. Something right there definitely has to spark interest. But let's get into the layout of the casino. So the registration is kind of set off to the side, and it's like hidden behind all those flowers and stuff. But to the left of those flowers and everything I just showed you was the bell desk. If we keep walking left though, we'll run into the sports book, and then Charlie's was there too. They do have table games and slot machines, so don't worry about that. But this next clip will be a little bit tilted because I can't film table games, but I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. So I'm just kind of discreetly walking by. They do have a lot of table games, and most of them were crowded and like full busy. People were playing, having a good time, whatnot. Another thing I want to mention too is that their table games outlined their casino floor. So on the outside were all their table games, and then on the inside, so like their area was slot machines and stuff. This was their cashier area. It was right across the way from the table games. But if those table games weren't really your thing, they also have a special room dedicated to, I'm going to butcher this so badly, I'm so sorry, but Baccarat or Baccarat? I don't know, I'm sorry. But they also have a special room dedicated to that. And then of course your high limit slots are over here too, but that's down the hall next to Red 8. Now going into stores and shops, there are a lot of them, but this one is their golf shop. It's next to their golfing area, but you can't access their golfing area unless you like are going to the golf course. But if you are looking to go golf on the strip, I would definitely recommend the Wynn, or of course Top Golf is by MGM. But they do also have a lot of high-end stores here and shops. I don't know how to pronounce any of them because I am a broke college student, but I will show you. And this one was definitely interesting. This is called Blue Wire, and though I'm not sure what it is, they were literally filming a podcast like right in the middle, like over there in that area. All you heard was the podcast. So it was a very interesting experience for me to have, but I don't know what they have there, but it was just cool to watch them like be in the middle of recording a podcast. Also, this is where like their plaza shops are. But honestly, the way that the Wynn is if you walk down a hallway, that also breaks into like a Y, so you can go left or right. And a lot of them were just stores. So this one is called Chloe or Chloe, maybe because there's an accent. They do have Rolex. But honestly, their stores reminded me of the Bellagio's stores, and how you have like that one random hallway of like really high-end stores. Because I don't know how to pronounce any of this, and it's really just all high-end clothing stores, I'm just going to tell you guys about my experience at the Wynn, because it was my first time at the Wynn that I can remember. Oh, actually, before I do that, this store, Watches of Switzerland, was really cool because you can see from the entryway the waterfall that I show you at the very beginning of this video, where it had like the Wynn sign and then the waterfall. That's what this is, and it's dark so you can't really see it, but if you could see like the inside the window. Anyways, I thought that was really cool to like be shopping and then also have like a waterside view. But yeah, so I don't know how to pronounce any of these stores, and they're all very high end, and if you know, you know. So let me tell you about my experience. This is my first time ever walking into the Wynn that I could remember, because apparently I've been there as a child. But the security, there is a lot of them, but they're all so nice, and everyone just like kind of goes about their day. They ask you if you need help or anything. Like, I think out of all of the casinos I've ever been into, this one had like the best customer service. And like the people, the pedestrians, and like the tourists and stuff, everyone was just really nice in this hotel. So I tried taking a couple of pictures in the beginning when I showed you like all their flowers and stuff. I tried taking a couple pictures there, but it's so busy and people are always on the move, but they're so nice about it. And like I even have a couple of pictures of people photobombing, or you know, just being really nice. So I would definitely recommend this hotel and casino to literally anyone, because I did not have a bad experience here whatsoever. In fact, this was probably one of the most fun I've ever had filming a casino and this casino took all day to film because I was waiting for the Lake of Dreams show. Oh, also, I would just like to say this is the entrance to the plaza shops. So what I really like about this entrance is the fact that you can take 2 escalators, or there's like 2 escalators going upward and then 2 going down. But then the fact that this sign spins, like that's so cool. There's a flower on one side and then the little like box square thing on the other side. But this is how you get to the cafe that I mentioned earlier and the other really high-end restaurant I did not know how to pronounce, but the 2 restaurants that were on top of each other and that were next to the tulips, this is how you get to them. So you basically take this all the way straight and then you have to take a right and it's right there. You'll literally see the tulips because they're hard to miss because it's neon and they're bright and they're colored. So this is what the tulips look like face on, but there is a second floor to these stores and this is what it looks like from the second floor, and honestly, I'm not even going to shy away from it. That's probably the better view than face on. But I also like when you go to leave the plaza shops because look at this view. This right here would be a stunning photo opportunity, especially if you get the sign spinning while it's on the flower side. Like that right there alone would just look absolutely amazing. And because these stores are high end, most of them have security guards, but the ones that hang out outside are the nicest people. Whenever I'm filming, I always go and try and like say hello or ask people how their days are going because, you know, it doesn't take a lot to be nice, right? You'd rather be nice than, well, not nice. And honestly, they're so nice, and I loved it here. People were amazing. The vibes were immaculate. The photo opportunities were phenomenal. There were so many water features here in like different locations rather than just like one standard little area. I love it here. I would definitely recommend it. If you guys have stayed here or are going to stay here, tell me all about it in the comments below. I would love to know your guys' experiences because, well, it was an interesting experience because I spent all day here. But that's all the information I could really give you guys because the rest of these are just some more shops. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below your guys' experiences or thoughts about this casino. And be sure to smash that subscribe button down there while you're at it. Toodles!